Okay.
Resume. Yeah, good evening, everyone. You're welcome to our class. Today, we'll be talking about how to set up Facebook ads so that in your fashion businesses, you can target the right audience. Yeah, it's going to be a walkthrough how I set up Facebook ads, so to speak. So, get ready as I put you on the roller coaster. Thank you. So, let me share screen right away. Okay, so screen share screen. Okay, so this is my phone screen, and I'm going to look for the app called Facebook Ads Manager. Now, I would like to inform us that please, if you want to run ads on Facebook, you download the Facebook Ads Manager. It's the same app that you will work with when you want to run Instagram ads. So it's like Facebook's tool for for running ads on their platform. So this is the ads manager. I just put my red torchlight, spotlight rather, on it. So this is the app we are
Okay.
running now. So if you haven't downloaded, please download it. If you haven't downloaded it, download it. Facebook Ads Manager. That's the name. This is the icon. Okay, so while I turn off the annotation, I can now tap on the Facebook Ads Manager. I hope we are seeing the screen on your hand.
Yes.
Okay, good. So now this is the Facebook Ads Manager interface, right? So now this is my account, my Facebook name, because many people tend to ask me, like, hey, Mr. Lawi, how do you run Facebook ads? I tell them you set up a business page on Facebook, right? Through your normal account. So this is my normal account on Facebook, Olawi Kotizo Ibola. I have a client that I help set up our Facebook ads account. Her name is Damilolo Tubanjo. Lola's signature. That's why you can see the second account on your screen. Now, this second account is being run with US dollars. That is, when she runs adverts, the adverts are done with dollars. She pays in dollars. She has the means of paying with our bank card that allows international payment. So this is my own account. This is the one we'll be working with. I just showed you the pictures inside the ads manager. Okay, fine. Now the purpose of this class is not to do explanations on. Pardon me. I'm trying to stop the annotation and. Oh, sorry, I'm back. Sorry, we are still learning. Don't worry. Let me turn on the screen again. Go back to ads manager. Okay, then we are here. Good. Now, like I said, the purpose of this short presentation is not to show you all the features of the Facebook Ads Manager. You can do your own decision once you download the app. But for now, this is just so you can know how to set up an ad on this platform. When you look at this list, this is like a list of the different ads I've run in time past. As you can see them on the screen, right? So I've done some that were completed, some that are inactive because I deactivated them. Clevision, please, you would have to mute your mic because of the background noise, sir. Yeah, thank you. So that's it. Let me just take us through one of the ads that I just completed. So this ad is called, Are You Struggling with Sales? Read this. Now, I'm tapping on the ad to give us a view of what it entails. You can see here, let me turn on the annotation as a guide. Spotlight. Okay, so with the spotlight here, you can see here there's a campaign, right? There's the campaign budget and there's the schedule. Now, if you click here, it gives you the details, further details of the ads. And this is the preview, that is how it will look on the screen. Because I selected mobile display for my ads, that is that it should be delivered to only mobile feed. then it means that mobile devices are the ones that will see my Facebook ads. Anybody that is accessing Facebook on their laptop will not see my ad. That's what it means. So with annotation done, let me show you further details about the ads. You can see here the audience, audience, then the placements and the campaign ID. Now this is more or less like the full screen, or the full layout of what Facebook ads is about. So now let me explain a bit for us. The first part, which is the campaign, right? The campaign, yeah. The first part, which is the campaign. This is like the title of your advert campaign that you want to run. However, this part of the Facebook ads setup that you'll find the content, the creative of your advert. That is, you want to include the ad copy, that is the write-up, and the image or images or video that you are running with the ad. So, every advert consists of 3 elements: the ad copy, that is the text, then the images or video that will run with the adverts. All of that happens in the ad setup here under the campaign space. Now, special ads category, it's a different element in the Facebook ad setup. I mean, there are some conditions that are attached to it where we can't go into that now. Most of the time, it is not relevant to setting up of ads in our own climate. Now, the campaign budget means how much you want to spend, for your ads. Then we have the schedule. Schedule means the duration of the ad, the start date to the end date. If you remember, I've always talked about sales campaign in my classes. Now, this is where it plays. Anytime you are running an advert, you are running a sales campaign. That is what it is. Now, the sales campaign will always have an objective. That's why you have this objective here called engagement. I wanted people to like, comment, share my posts. That is the objective in this campaign. So that means that anytime you're running Facebook ads, there is a need for you to have an objective in mind, something you want to accomplish, with that advert. Is it that you want to engage people? Or is it that you want people to click a link to come and buy your product, or you want people to come and chat with you either on WhatsApp or Messenger, as it were? That is all set up here in the campaign. Now, the campaign budget, like I said earlier, is the amount you want to spend over a specific period of time, which is what we call the schedule. Now, you can set your advert to run concurrently, continuously rather, which means that there's no start date. There's a start date, but there's no end date. You can stop it anytime you want. Now, any advert that you set up, right, to run from a particular period of time to another. For instance, in this image here, you can see that this advert is running from 17 July to 22 July. Now, that's like a 5-day period, thereabout. The interesting thing about this ad is that I set it up to run for about 5 days, but I could reduce it to 2 days or stop it at any point in time. There's a freedom to do all of those. Audience is very important. When you look at this audience, you can see here the gender is involved, the age range is involved, location is involved, interest is involved. Now, the thing I want us to take note when it comes to running ads, which is the same with running sales campaigns offline and marketing your products and services, is that there must be an age range that you are selling to. And the age range should have something in common. There must be a gender you are selling to. Now, it can be men, it can be women, it can be both men and women. It can't be children. If your products are sold to minors are children or young people who are not yet 18 year old or of the age where they can make buying decisions. In such instances, it is the parents or the guardians that make the financial commitment that you are looking for as customers in this regard. Now, the reason, if you remember when I tell you guys to set up customer avatar, there's always this aspect I mentioned about interests. You want to find out the things that your target audience have interest in that is very peculiar to them. In my case, I selected fashion show, beauty, their bridal guide magazines for those that may be into bridal wears, sewing. I mean, fashion designers are interested in sewing. Tailor, fashion designers are interested in tailoring. In fact, you should have been tailoring, not even tailor. Fashion design. I picked Bella like Nigeria because I know it's a popular brand, it's a popular fashion, fashion education platform, fashion expose platform in Nigeria, ready to wear, made to measure, bespoke tailoring, small business owners, because most fashion entrepreneurs are small business owners. And I picked Facebook page admins because there are many pages online that are run by fashion entrepreneurs, people who are into fashion. Now, business page admins, that is, business page admins are a little above business Facebook page, because business pages have to do with marketing, ad agency, so to speak, in the sense that, like myself now, I showed us an example of someone who I created an advert account for on this platform, that is Damilolo Otubanjo. It means that I'm running a business page, in my ads manager, wherein I have 2 or more accounts that are on my own ad manager account, so to speak. So, but if it's Facebook page admins, that's just purely Facebook pages and their admins. Now, I'm selecting single and married and stylists and fashion design, including designers. Those are more or less like they're more like the interests of my target audience. Then when it comes to placement means where should Facebook deliver the advert? On what platforms do people see the advert when they are browsing through Facebook? Now, newsfeed is the first page you get on when you log on to Facebook, and you're scrolling through. That's your newsfeed where you're seeing posts by friends and family and what have you, as well as adverts also. Then Facebook naturally generates an order and a campaign ID, for me. So that said, annotation ended. Let me now take us through my experience with setting up Facebook adverts. Before I continue, I'd like us to quickly ask questions. So anybody want to ask a question? Please turn on your mic and let's talk.
Okay, quick one.
Yes, sir.
Quick one, sir.
I'm with you. Please ask your question.
Choose your target audience.
Yes, sir.
The target audience that you chose, sir.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask if there are options that you just click to fill that area, or you type them yourself.
Okay. What I do is I type in the. Yeah, I get your question, sir. Yeah, what I usually do is that I type the interest I'm targeting. So in the course of typing, yeah, I type the interest that I want to focus on.
Okay.
So while I'm typing, Facebook now starts suggesting similar names. So I may type business and it starts giving me business membership, business owners, small business owners, and those options will be listed. It will be popping up. Then I select the ones that look closely to what I'm looking for. Hope I answered your question, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
And then, Facebook interest also has different features anyways, that, different interests that you can pick from, so to speak. Now, let me just try and walk us through a particular advert. Let's pretend as if we want to run adverts, so that I can show us how this thing kind of plays out. Okay. So, but then before I say that, the key elements to running an ad, like I said earlier, is the age range you are targeting, the gender you are targeting, and the interest and location. That is the location you want to get customers from, the age range you are targeting to get as customers, the gender based on your past sales history, you know, as well as their interests that you can use to identify those that may buy from you. You know, those are the key elements in the setting up a Facebook ad rather. So in my case, yeah.
Sir, I have another question, sir.
Okay, sir. Do ask, please.
The location.
Yes, sir.
Location, sir. Location. I have a question on the.
Okay.
Because I can see Ikorodu, Lekki, Ikeja,
yeah,
Port Harcourt, whatever.
Yes, sir.
So if I'm the one I've done in the past,
yes,
I have not been able to use the ad campaign manager. I normally do through my page, the normal Facebook,
Okay,
page,
normal Facebook page, okay.
Yes, boost the ad. Then I usually fill up all this audience, time, budget, whatever. So I have not been able to see something like I can choose Ikorodu, I can choose Lekki, I can choose Yanopanya. You understand? It's usually states. It is usually states. Either I choose Lagos, I choose Port Harcourt, I choose Ogun State or Ibadan. That's what I normally found when I do through my normal business. But I think through this ad manager.
Yes, sir.
So am I going to pick on, maybe if I have a post on my Facebook business page now, and I want to boost that particular post. Maybe the one I've done, maybe I've posted the particular ad post since like a month ago or last week. And that particular post now, I now want to boost it as a paid ad now.
Yes, sir.
So how can I work on that? How can I use this ad manager to set
it's
up?
Not difficult. I'll show you.
Okay, sir.
It's all right inside this app. So I'll show you, sir. So, but at least you've seen the importance of this particular app, right? In helping you run your advert smoothly.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So let's get down to
this. Yes, I'm looking at it and I'm liking it.
Awesome. Beautiful. Now, let me turn on the annotation and show us some things. Look at all these names at the top of this app. This is Laoye Curtis. That is my personal brand page. Fashion 6 Business School. That is my personal brand. That's my business page. Career Explorer is an old page I've had. Exam 3 is an old page. Biz Mobile LMS was the page I started with, you know, to start talking about business coaching as it were. Okay, now the interesting thing is that if I want to run an ad, I can select any of the pages I want to run ads on. So when I select Laoye Curtis, for example, I can boost any post I have written on that page. Same applies here, same applies here. Okay, so that said, let me now show us how this works. If you want to run ads, right, on Ads Manager, you tap here. This is where I tapped. So I said you tap this hamburger symbol, you know, that icon, you tap it and you see create campaign. Create campaign. Now, creative tools are graphic design tools within the Facebook Ads Manager that you can make use of, you know, in developing your graphics relative to running your ads. But then we may not need that for now. So on this particular board, you know, dashboard, I can click on create campaign. Let me go back. I'm here. I tap on this create campaign. That is what I tap on right now. And when I tap on it, it pops up for me a page where we want to create our ad campaign. Now, there's something I need us to please take note of. You would see here, this is the name of my page. Right now, as of now, the new layout of Facebook Ads Management is that Facebook has permanently linked your Instagram page to your Facebook business page. Especially when you connect your business page with your Facebook page on Instagram. That is your Instagram business account. If you connect it with your Facebook page, automatically, whenever you want to run ads, Facebook uploads your Instagram page as one of the places where your ads can be seen. Now, in setting up the adverts, you may now decide not to deliver your adverts to Instagram or to deliver. That's your decision to make. Now, when we talk about Facebook ads, you know, there is the space of creating campaign. When I clicked on create campaign, that means we want to set up an advert. Now, here are different objectives for creating ads on Facebook. Before, some of these objectives were not here, like this. This wasn't here before. This wasn't here before. Facebook just added it recently. Event responses wasn't here also. We used to have post engagement video views, messages, and Facebook likes. Yeah, those were the objectives before. Objective means what do you want to achieve with this particular ad you want to set up. That is what is meant by objective. And on this screen, there are 7 objectives. If you run your adverts from your computer system, say your laptop, there are more objectives you can accomplish. Like you could do lead generation. That is, you create a lead form that people will fill on Facebook, right within Facebook, and then you can do an advert that can allow you to do. You can run an advert that allows you to create a landing page within Facebook. Yeah, I've done that before. Wonderful advert feature. All of those are on the laptop, you know, computer version of desktop version of Facebook, not here. At any rate, this is still good for your objectives, for your goal of running Facebook ads. So let's get started here. Do you have any questions so far? Do you have any questions so far?
No, sir.
Or should I continue? Okay, sir. When it is post engagement, what you want to do is get more people to see and engage with your posts. When it has to do with video views, it means that you have a video that you want people to watch. You want more people to watch. That is the objective of running video views. You know, when you want to drive people to a website, it may be your website, it may be any website at all. If you want to drive people to your website or any website where the information you want to sell is, you use website traffic. Website traffic is quite expensive, you know, to get. Web conversion, yeah, is more expensive. This is where you want people to come. You want to target people that have already visited your website. That is what web conversion is all about. And interestingly, if you've heard of Facebook Pixel, you know, if you heard of Facebook Pixel, this is where it comes to play. You know, that means Facebook Pixel is a software, like an artificial intelligence software that Facebook gives you a programming code that you copy and paste inside your website. And with that software, Facebook begins to record the information of those that visited your website, those that visit your website, and the specific pages they visit. So when you use this option of web conversion, you can select what part of your website that you want to focus on. Say, for example, maybe people went to check out your product page and you decided your Facebook adverts that only those who have visited your product page should see these adverts. Messages means you want to get messages from potential customers either in your WhatsApp Messenger or inside WhatsApp, your WhatsApp or your Facebook Messenger app. When it comes to page like, you just want more people to come and engage with your page. You want to build visibility for your business. You want more people to know about you and what you sell. Event responses, that is when you create an event, maybe you host it on Eventbrite, or you create the event right inside Facebook. You can boost it with event response so as to get more people to respond to your events. So these are different objectives you can run. I've selected the page engagement. Now with page engagement, that means I want people to engage with my post on Facebook. So I like to call out Clear Vision right now. Sir, please turn on your mic.
Yes, sir.
Is Clear Vision still with us? Okay. Now,
Yes.
this aspect that you're seeing, right? This is my Facebook page. These are posts on my Facebook page because I picked the objective. Let me go back to the objective. I picked this objective, post engagement. So the question you asked the other time, that how do you boost posts from your page? This is where you do it. You post engagement. That's the feature you make use of. So I'm going to click on it, and it's going to upload all the posts on my Facebook page, Laoye Curtis page, because I'm trying to run ads for the Laoye Curtis page. So you can see how it's uploaded. See, I've created a lot of write-ups, a lot of videos, a lot of content on my page. So I can select whatever I want to, boost as an ad. So that's how. So in this case, I'm looking for the post I will run as an ad. But right now, I've not found the post that I can run as an ad here. Do you get? Because I don't want to push anyone as an ad right now. Okay, or should we play around with this? How to master sales in your fashion business. Okay, I think we can do how to master sales in your fashion business. Let's see how let's try and boost it. So, Clear Vision, can you see I'm tapping on how to master sales in your fashion business? This is a Facebook Live that I conducted.
Okay, sir.
Some weeks back. Okay, now I want to push it as an advert. I could also push this other one, how to structure your sales and marketing department to crush your sales goals, even when you are not there. These are Facebook Live that I've done. So let me say, I want to boost how to master sales in your business. I've clicked on it. Okay, with annotation, let me show you the points here. So now, having clicked on that, I wanted to show you, oh my, the annotation has blocked up. The annotation app has blocked up the information I want to share. Okay, annotation. Okay, yes. You can see this place, and this place. This is the first page, the first phase in setting up your Facebook ad. So now let me use triangle. This place is the first stage. Now followed by this page, this page, and followed by this. Now, all of these that you have seen here, right, is they are the different phases. The first one is where we are picking the ad creative. That's what it's called, the ad creative. Now, for the ad creative, what that means is the post that I want to boost, because we are picking an engagement objective. Yeah. So having picked this particular post, then we go to the next phase. So the next stage is this. Sorry, the next stage is this. Yes, this is the next stage we are working on. So now, let me get that going. So I click on the next stage. Yeah, we're on the next stage. So at this stage, this is where you pick the audience you want to serve. Can you see this, Clear Vision? Because I like you to turn your mic.
Yes, sir. Yes,
now, these are different audiences I've been building since 2018 or 2017. 2018. These are different audiences. At one point in time, I ran an advert on behalf of Oshua Demola Jewel. So I called the list, the the audience for his advert. I called it Oshwademola Joy List. And that is home feature. Now, when I was going to Port Harcourt last year to hold a free one-day seminar, this is the audience I created for them. When I started the fashion business evangelism, when we were running free seminars across the country, tagged my first million in fashion. This is the audience I created for it. When I was running adverts to get Ghanaians to join my WhatsApp group, specifically for Ghanaians, this is the audience I created for it. So you can see different audiences. We can create audiences and give them new names. When I was looking for people to sign up for Fashion Bootcamp Ibadan, when I held a bootcamp back in 2019, thereabout in Ibadan, or 2019. This was the audience I created. So when we had our Ready to Wear Unwrapped conference, this was the audience I created. So different ways of creating an audience. So you can see Ready to Wear Unwrapped, another audience here for them. Then Ready to Wear Unleashed too, for international audience, So this is where we create audience. You can create a new audience or you can pick an existing audience. Do you get?
I think I understand that part.
Okay, sir.
I also have a list like that too.
Good. So
I
now,
understand this part.
Okay, good. Now let me pick on any of our existing audience. Okay, now we already selected that we want. Okay, please, guys, you need to give me a second. I need to turn off the screen share because we are not able to add people to the group. Gigi, let me turn off the screen share for now. Okay. Oh my. Okay, so I need to add people to the group. Rollicles has been calling and the Marigold. So I just added them. Okay, so I think I need to pause the recording at this point. I see you live and direct. Yes, ma'am. So yes, that's the, let's go to share screen. Okay, so this is the ads manager app. And I know many of us already have that. So yeah, resume ad, yep. Okay, so we start here by clicking, here. Oh, sorry, spotlight. We start by clicking create campaign to get started. So that's what we'll start by, create campaign. So once I campaign, as I tap on that, it opens up objectives. These are different objectives we can accomplish with Facebook ads. If you want to generate post engagement, that is, you've done a post on your Facebook page and you want people to engage with it. Now, this is the easiest form of ad creation, because you have the post already, posted on your page and you want to generate engagement. The beautiful thing about this is that your post may already include web links embedded in it. Now, when you boost it, to create engagement, you are going to get a lot of likes. I mean, when you hear people complain that I ran an ad on Facebook, there's a lot of likes, there are little sales. This is where it happens, post engagement, because it's easiest to do, but many people don't get it right. Now, this particular feature here, as wonderful as it is, if you know how to insert your web links, API, or maybe your online store link, then chances are part of those that like that post will also click the link to check out what you are offering on the other end. When you run video views, that is, you are using video to do what? Boost your business. That's what video views is about. Now, website traffic. Website traffic simply means you have a website you want people to be directed to. Now, when they say website traffic, it doesn't always mean your own website alone. You may create a landing page on any platform and you want to drive traffic to it. You may have a Google form that you want people to fill and you drive traffic to your Google form. That's website traffic. You may want to direct people to your website itself, or you have a store on, say, Jumia, and you want to direct people to your particular store. You copy the web link and put it here. You have a quick sell catalog, that you want to share, you put it here. So when it comes to website conversion, this has to do mainly with your website. Your website. That is what it has to do with. That is people visiting your website, whether they visited your home page, your blog page, already blog post, or checked out any page on your website. This is where you can run adverts to retarget those that visited your website. This is anytime you hear of retargeting on Facebook, this is it. On that website, the conversion. And anytime you hear of Facebook pixels, this is where it comes to play, because you need to embed Facebook pixel, which is actually a programming code, some set of programming words and programming characters that you copy and you go to install on your website, so that anybody that visits your website, Facebook can capture their information, and with that, anytime you run web conversion ads, Facebook just goes and we shows those people your adverts. In case you need people to message you on Messenger, in your inbox on Facebook, or to chat with you directly on WhatsApp, this is where messaging ads come in. Messaging ads are expensive. When you have links in your web, for example, your WhatsApp API or your WhatsApp catalog links in your post engagement ad, that this post that you want to boost, the cost is lower. However, you may not get enough people that click to come and chat with you on WhatsApp. Whereas if you follow messaging apps, Facebook will specifically work on people that are most likely to click a link to go and message you. So that's why this is expensive. Likes, you just want more people to like your page. This is purely visibility. When they say you want to generate visibility for your brand, this is where you do it, page likes. And if you have an event that you're organizing, a cookout, whether it's a giveaway event, whatever kind of event you are running, maybe you've created the event on Eventbrite, or you use Facebook's event feature on your page to create an event, this is where you drive traffic to your events. So these are different objectives that you can run on Facebook. So that said, I picked on the post engagement ads as the focus of my class this evening. Wow, it's 7 already. Wow, guys, I have to double up on this then, because I promised we're only going to use more than an hour. We're already past an hour. So guys, when we started the auditor, before I paused the recording, I picked on how to master sales in your fashion business. That was the advert type that we want to run. So I'm going to be running a live ad. That's the objective here. So this is the app. So the red dot you're seeing is the spotlight on what actions I'm taking in this screen share recording. Okay, so this is the type of advert we are going for. I'm picking on one of the Facebook Lives I've done before, and I want to boost it with ads. So let's get down to business. So once I click on it, it brings me to the second stage of my ad creation. So I'm waiting for the network to boot so that we can proceed. Okay, oh, sorry. I've selected this. So next thing is to actually select this spot. This is the second stage. So I'm going to click on it. Having clicked on it, then we get to the audience stage. So the first stage was to pick on the campaign we wanted to run, the ad creative, that is the text, the pictures, the video, whatever we want to use in our ads. So now, remember that feature I showed us earlier about special ad category? You can see the explanation that Facebook has here for us. Ads for credit, that is for maybe for getting credit, loans. Ads for employment or housing offers, they are special category ads. They have their own rules. Now, you can run your ads to target only people who liked your page and people who liked your page and their friends. If your page does not have up to 50K people or 100,000 people who have liked it, it doesn't worth it doing this or this. When you follow the people who have liked your page and their friends, you can see the age range that Facebook picked. Men and women age 13 plus and above. With 13 plus, 13-year-olds be buying your products? No. In my own case, on my page, the potential reach of the number of people that have liked my page and their friends is 1,000. That's horrible. I don't want that. Otherwise, I can create a new audience, or I can select from existing audiences that I've created. Before we go online, those of us that are just joining, I explained the reason why we have some of these different audiences. These are different audiences I have worked on. When we add Ready to Wear Unwrapped conference, this was the audience we used, Ready to Wear Unwrapped. That was last year, September. When we add Ready to Wear Unleashed conference this year, January, this was the audience I created. When I promoted Fashion 6 Mini, for those who can only afford the 3,000 per month coaching at the time, this was the audience that we created. As far back as Fashion Starter 3.2 and on like that, that is the idea behind audience creation. So I'm going to demonstrate for us. If I select Ready to Wear Unwrapped, for instance, can you see here, when I selected Ready to Wear Unwrapped, where is it again? Ready to Wear Unwrapped. Oh, sorry, annotation will not. Okay, it works. So when I selected Ready to Wear Unwrapped, you can see it popped up the details. That means that when I ran this advert, I selected the gender, women. I selected age, 27 to 50. The locations I selected were Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, Ibadan. Those were the 4 locations I focused on. It was a physical event, and then I wanted places where we know we could get people faster. Now, the interest that I focus on, interest means the things that are common to the people that I want as customers. That means the shared interests, shared activities, things that they have in common. So I realized sewing is one of them. Tailor is tailor is more or less like is an occupation. So it was bespoke, ready to wear, made to measure, bespoke tailoring, Facebook payment users. Why I picked that is people who have bought adverts on Facebook in the last 90 days. That's what I picked. Then Facebook page admins, retail page admins. That means Facebook pages or Instagram pages that were selling products. Those were the ones I picked because I needed those people to become my customers. Then business page admins, stylists, fashion design, clothing designers. So those were the people I picked. And you could see here, it told me my potential reach was what? 540,000 people. If I want to edit this audience, I can edit it here. However, for the purpose of this class that we are having, I will show us a live creation of an audience. So at this juncture, I need us to quickly ask questions before I continue. And if everything is clear, let me know it's clear so I can continue. Do you have any questions so far?
No, you can continue, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So I'm going to now create the audience. Thank you so much for that. Really good. So I'm going to be creating audience. Now for creation of audience, right? I click on the create new audience bar. So for that, I'm tapping on this, and then a new page pops up. Can you see on this screen? Here, let me turn on the annotation button again. The audience name, you can give your audience a name. Now, Facebook by default already selects that the audience name is NG. That's the code for Nigeria from 13 plus. But you can edit it, because you may want to run an advert for a specific audience and another advert and the same advert to another audience. So I may want to run an advert to pregnant women. So I'll create an audience for pregnant women, and I'll create another advert for nursing moms, and I create another audience for say married women. Different audiences I can create adverts for. Now we can include location, and if you don't want some particular locations to ever receive your ads on people's phones in those areas, you can exclude them. Now the age range, you can see how customer avatar is coming to play here, right? Audience name is like more or less like your target audience. Now the location, which is part of the things we talk about in customer avatar, this is where it comes to play. What about age? The age range. This is where it comes to play. What about gender? You may want to select male and female, or men or women. You know, you want to select exclusively men, exclusively women, or both. Now, when it comes to detailed targeting, this is where we are talking about demographics, interest, or behavior. Remember, in customer avatar, I talked about demographics, right? And I talked about psychographics. So the psychographics can be called interest or behaviors. Good. So you can add interest here. Clear Vision was asking where do we type in or where do we search for different interests that are peculiar to our audience? This is where we do it. Then if you want to do expansion of your audience in terms of being more targeted in the respect of who you want, then you can use this and this. So let's get started. Now, because I'm picking, because Facebook has set it at default.
Hello, coach.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, the Clear Vision is at he said he's trying to join.
Oh, he's trying to join, so I would have to pause the ad.
Yes.
The screen share. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay, Clear Vision, are you here? Okay, back. So Clear Vision is back. It has disappeared again. Okay, Clear Vision, are you back? Okay, you're still trying to connect. Network can be messy at times, really. Oh, and I've not stopped the recording. Hey,
Sorry.
I thought I recorded. Okay, so let me go back to our screen share. At least you are seeing my screen, right?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, so we are back on location. Now, I want to pick location. You know, I mentioned that we should be mindful of the insights we receive on our pages, whether it's your Facebook page or your Instagram page. The reason is this: you will get much better results from your adverts when you target locations that Facebook already gave you information that more people check you out from that location. As one arc. Now, for those of us that you leave your page redundant and there isn't any content there until when you want to run ads, this will be a disadvantage to you. Facebook, when you click on your Facebook page, you know there's an overview page. On the overview page, that's where you see page insight, like how many likes this week, how many comments, how many new followers. You know, when you tap on that information, you will now see breakdown of the posts that were very popular and the locations. When you see, and also you will see information of how many people follow you, how many people like your page altogether. When you click on the name of the on that icon that shows you how many people like your page and follow you, it will now give you information as per locations. Which cities are they coming from and how many people per city? Then which countries do they come from the most? When you run ads and you select those locations, be it cities or countries, you are likely to get more results. Facebook algorithm will be able to use the information of those that follow your page to now create lookalike audiences within those locations. That's how it works. I've run adverts that I select Enugu, and then my advert is a waste. I've run adverts that I selected which city itself. I selected maybe Aba, Kano, Kaduna, those regions. Hardly did see ads. But when I select Ibadan, oh my God, when I select Abuja, I get more people viewing my content from Abuja than even Lagos, than even Ibadan. Then I see more people view my content from Port Harcourt and Ilorin. So, Rolicus, thank you very much. Your people in Ilorin, they are following me.
Okay.
I see a lot of them. Yeah, so when I see Ilorin, so I select Ilorin, and then you get to hear somebody says, oh, sir, I want to sign up for your course. I'm like, oh, wow. Facebook got them for me, really. Like Lorena Fashion School owner. She's from Ilorin.
Yeah.
Olarunke here in this video call is in Ilorin. And a couple of others. But I may not have valued Ilorin before now. If not that I saw it in the page insights that I get a lot of people from that area. So that's how checking out your page insights can help you in determining the location you use. However, that doesn't limit you. If you want to get customers from a particular city, be ready to pay the bucks. Please enter their details. Facebook is not limiting you. So I want to type in my location, Lagos. When I type Lagos, it starts popping up different options. Can you see the different options is popping up for me? It's popping up Lagos, Nigeria, Lagos, Portugal, Lagos to Moreno, Aguascalientes. This is like either Uruguay or Argentina. Then Lagos to Moreno, Mexico, and then Lagos Badagry Expressway. Can you see? So in my case here, I'm going to pick Lagos, Nigeria. So it says update audience. Now look at this information that is on the screen here. It's showing me that I can't select location that overlap because Nigeria is bigger than Lagos. So it's asking me, do I now want to set to Lagos inside? So if I select Lagos instead, if I click yes, what it means is that it will remove Nigeria as my location and pick Lagos. So if your business, you think you can serve everybody across Nigeria, then pick Nigeria. But if it's specific locations you want to get customers for, please go specific. So I'm going to pick Lagos. So I haven't picked Lagos. I'm still within Lagos. I want to look for people in Ikeja because Facebook recognizes that people in Ikeja are different from people in Lagos. Now, guys, can you see the different information that is posted here relating to Ikeja? If I want to pick people, if I pick Ikeja roundabout, right, Lagos State, what that means is that what that means, if I pick Ikeja roundabout, that means that people that are found around Ikeja roundabout, close to Allen Avenue, thereabouts, yes, Allen Avenue and the likes. Anybody that is accessing Facebook in that area who fits into the interest that I fit in, they are going to see my adverts. Do you get that? So if I want Ikeja Bridge, whatever, he has given me the information. Ikeja General Hospital, that's close to GRA. So I can pick that. Now, it didn't suggest for me Ikeja GRA. So it means that that area is not recognized in the Facebook location finder. And if it's Ikeja alone that I want, fine. So for me, I can pick Ikeja roundabout. And it's telling me that my location is overlapping again. Can you see? So, which means that when the location that you are selecting is within another bigger location, this kind of prompts will come up. So if I select Ikeja, okay, so that means I am picking location, that specific location. I click on OK. Then it's going to round up. It's telling me that I can reach 2,600,000 people. Can you imagine? Within Ikeja, 2,600,000 people between the ages of 13 to 65. So for me, I've picked only Ikeja roundabout that I want to get people, you know, who are fashion entrepreneurs. So what I do next is this: I come here and I change my age range. So I draw the age range, and because pardon me. So because I'm looking for specific people who can afford what I am selling, I think I'll pick from age 25 to age 45. That's a 20-year bracket. And it has reduced to 1.2 million people. Can you imagine? So that means that there's a high density of people that go through Ikeja roundabout. That's the information I'm getting from this. Are you with me? Doesn't mean that maybe by the time we start running this advert that it will run smoothly or will deliver results, because you must test before you know what works. That's the truth about running ads. Okay, so now with this, I'm looking for women only. If I add all, that is men and women, the audience changes to 2.8 million. That will likely see my ad. Now, in this case, I am only going for women. So the audience that I have currently is a very large audience at 1.2 million people. So I'd rather stick with this. Now, when you're running Facebook ads, please, I'll plead with you, don't run your ads to target more than 15 years bracket. So that means I'm going to reduce my audience to what? My age range to 30. Women in, say, 27, yeah, 27 plus 15 will be 42. And reduce it to one, okay, it's reducing to 960 people. 960,000 rather, 960,000 people. It's okay for me. I'm good to go. Are we together? Now, I want to now proceed. If you look at what we've done so far, we've already selected the audience name. We've already included the location. You can include as many locations as possible. You can be very specific. Even in your city, say Ilorin, for example, you can look for particular neighborhoods in Ilorin that you want to include in your ads. And once you know the way you saw those names popping out, that means Facebook giving you suggestions of places similar to what you're looking for to aid your selection. So once that is done, we could now go to this point where I want to include my interests, the interests of the people I'm looking for from within this 960,000 bracket. So let's click on include people who match. Now this pops up another area for me. Okay, so guys, can you see this, please? Any questions so far?
Sir, I'd like to ask, why do you say we should limit the age bracket to 15 years?
Okay, because I learned from Neil Patel that when your age bracket is wide, you are not going to get good performance.
Okay.
And let me explain further from my own understanding. I realized that the needs of a 25-year-old is not the same as that of a 45-year-old, even though they are buying the same products from you. Do you get? A 45-year-old mother who wants to buy children's wear for girls, there are many things on her mind that would limit her choice compared to a 25-year-old woman that just gave birth and her child is celebrating her first birthday. You know, the needs of our audiences are different. So it's better. And then the way you do your write-up for your adverts or your videos, there is no way you can cater to every type of every age bracket. Your write-up or your video, your words will definitely be be biased to one particular age bracket more than the other. So that's why it's better to run your adverts, the same adverts, but different ad copy to different age brackets for better results. For me, I would have preferred a balance of 10,000, also of 10 years, because people within the decade range, they tend to have similar interests.
Yes.
Tend to think along the same line. But if you really like, no, I want a full value for my money, then okay, we could talk about what you expanding. But when you expand, don't go beyond 15 years. That's the idea. So when you look at this space that we are on, this is the detailed targeting. You want to now be detailed in the interest that you're looking for. Remember, I am looking for people who have interest in fashion, right? Fashion designers. I am not looking for people who like fashionable ways or like to go shopping. So if I pick shopping and fashion, my advert will be wasted because I am targeting the wrong people. It is you guys that make clothes that you can pick shopping and fashion because you are looking for people who like shopping. The kind of shopping they like is what? Fashion. In my case, I will pick people who have interest in pattern. I've not seen anyone who likes pattern in terms of sewing who is not a fashion designer. So this is an interest that is peculiar to my audience. So when I pick, I'm going to pick patterns. And you can see when I clicked on the plus sign before pattern in bracket sewing, can you see that it turned into color blue here with a tick sign? So which means I have selected it. You can select up to 15 interests, you know, if you select fashion. Now, there's something new that is happening with Facebook. Can I share? I'm just observing it now. Can I share? On this setup that we're doing. Facebook has been studying my page. They've been studying the kind of ads I've been running. Naturally, they do that. But I'm now seeing the impact. I have never chosen trim, lining, sewing needle. I've never chosen them in any ad that I'm running. My website is built with WordPress theme. Now they are suggesting WordPress.com as part of interest. I've always chosen business. I've always chosen WhatsApp because I look for people who love using WhatsApp. That's their interest. But this trimming, lining, sewing machine, sewing needle, I've never used them. Pattern also. So they are suggesting to me words that are really, really, consistent and peculiar to my specific audience. Do you get? That's one thing I've learned. So let me chip in another thing I've observed. That was when I ran ads for more than 2 weeks. I realized that when you run your ads for more than a week, the amount that you spend per day will start dropping significantly. But the number of people that you reach will be increasing very, very high. For instance, I remember after 2 weeks of running my ads, I ran it for about 15, 16 days to promote my free fashion course, fashion business startup, that fashion startup course, and I found out that after like maybe 7 days or 10 days, they would charge like 500 naira. Though I set it that they should deduct 1,000 naira per day, but instead they would deduct 500, and my advert will be seen by 7,000 people. Whereas when I select the advert to run just 5 days, they will deduct the 1,000 naira, and the advert may not be seen by more than 1,500 or 2,000 people. So those are some of the hacks I've learned. So some of these things you have to practice. So in my case here, I'm going to select sewing machine. I'm going to select trim. I'm going to select lining. I'm going to select sewing needle. I'm going to select sewing. I'm going to select fashion design. I'm going to select tailor. I love this. I'm going to select sewing circle. Yes, because these are the kind of audiences I'm looking for. I'm going to select WhatsApp. And I'm going to select people who are into business. Can you see? Now, TikTok has now become part of interest. So in case you are looking for people and the target audience you are looking for are people who use Instagram very well and use YouTube very well and use TikTok, you can click on them. I'll pick small business and I'll pick knitting. Those are the things I'll pick for now. Then if I want to add, I now go to demographic and I search and I can write ready to wear. Can you see? Ready to wear. See different suggestions of ready to wear. So I can pick ready to wear and add to my list. So that's done. Let's go back. I close this. I can now go and do more specific searching. Can you see? Reach specific audience and by looking at their interests, activities, and pages they have liked. There's another one, reach people based on their education, employment, household, and lifestyle details. Now, if I click on this, let's see what it will pop up for me. Now, the truth of the matter is that we may not have all the information in Nigeria, but I can pick based on relationship. I want to pick, in terms of relationship, I want to pick, in my case, I realized that women that are engaged, women that are married in a relationship, they do a lot better with my coaching programs than the single ones. Because the single ones just have a way of not wanting to spend money. So I'd rather pick this. How are you following? These are based on information that I have of those that have bought my coaching programs. Yeah, so once I do that, I've selected that based on relationship. And then I'm clicking the back button. And then maybe live events if I want to, maybe financial. This is a new one in terms of income bracket. Now, can you see for the income bracket, all the information they have is the US. So I don't need it because my audience is not US. This is a waste of my time if I select it. I hope you are getting ideas from all of this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I'm done with selecting my audience. Now, if I want to pick based on interest, I'm showing us all of this so you can have ideas of what it is. However, you may need to do what? Test around to see what you like. Now, we can even reach people based on their purchase behavior or specific interest. So let me use purchase behavior. So for purchase behavior, you can go after expatriates like what's her name? Imara Gold, Abimbolo Lusholanke. You know, she serves a lot of expatriate communities. So this is where she can pick them, you know, under the advanced setting. So in terms of a mobile device user, you can pick. So for me, I want to look through mobile devices and you can decide which type of mobile device you need to pick. So if I want to pick and I say I want only people that are using tablets or people that are using smartphones and tablets, feature phones are normal, ordinary phones. All mobile devices, anything goes. You know, and if you want to pick people on a mobile operating system that they make use of in terms of Android or Apple. So if I want only people that are using Apple, I'll pick iPhone. So let me pick iPhone, yeah, and then let me pick Android devices too, you know, to make room for everybody. But if it is iPhone I want to pick, that means only people that are doing what? Apple devices. This is how detailed you can pick, you know. So all of this I'm done. Okay, so I don't want to pick any other thing again. I've tried my best in terms of picking. It's just like we are doing shopping. Don't be picky. And before you know, you forget that is that one. Even if you want to pick based on Ramadan, I mean, I just saw something here in Ramadan. You want to pick based on the interest, you know, fitness, food that people like. You find out that the people that you are targeting are people that like to eat food a lot. They come to pick food and drink and look for different kind of food so that you can use them to, you know, you can use to catch them. Like now, Abimbola here, she does. I think Abimbola is coming to the fore all the time, safe. Fitness and wellness. People that have interest in this area, she can pick all of this, you know. So weight training is for those that want to lose weight, you know, and stuff like that. So it's as far as your eyes can see and as much as you want to do that you can do here. So I think I've done enough for me here. So let's do. There was one I saw Ramadan. I want to pick that based on purchasing behavior. Can you say Ramadan month? So that means if you are selling Ramadan related products or products that will sell well in Ramadan, you could have just come here and pick Ramadan. That means they've identified it as an interest. So this will help you catch Muslim people. So even if you select Ramadan, that means you are targeting Muslim as most majorly. These are the beautiful things in all of this. See, you need to test everything for you to enjoy all of this that is possible here. So I'm done with my selection. When I was done with my selection, it reduced the total number of people that have those kind of interest. It reduced them to 830,000 people. Now, Facebook is not happy with me. You know why? They are showing me here that my audience is narrow. I mean, this guy is too focused. But what's my own? Now, if the audience was below 100K or say below 50K, then they would have been trouble because the advert may not deliver to as many people as possible. You see? So, but here I have 830,000 people that can be reached by this ad. How much do I have to cover 830,000 people? That's a lot of money I'll spend if I want 830,000 people to see my ad. So this means that for now, I am still okay. So having said that, I can now do what? You see all the things that we've done here, right? Is your targeting. This is where you get it right or you get it wrong when you set your Facebook advert. After your ad copy. So I click on OK. Can you see it's uploading for me the fashion solopreneurs that I've selected. So look at this beautiful audience that I just created. Can you see? Women aged 27 to 42 who visit Ikeja roundabout, Lagos State. Can you imagine? So that means they may be coming from all parts of Lagos, I don't care. But they pass through the Ikeja roundabout. On Facebook is wonderful. Wonderful. What do you think, guys? It's wonderful. So, and I pick, look at all the interests. I've been at Clear Vision. You see them now. Now, include people who match. So that means this include people who match means the interest. That the people who have interest in small business, knitting, sewing, because they use sewing needle to sew. I've never seen anybody that buys sewing needle for play. So this means that I'm able to get the audience. That's why I always ask you to know the interest of your target audience. Then use that interest to come and build your audience. You know, so sewing, tailor, pattern drafting, all of that. This is the audience I've selected. So we built this audience tonight. And I hope you guys now know how you can build your audience, right? So now that we are done with this, we now proceed to the last stage. Yeah, where we want to pay money. So payment stage now is where we click on this. Now, already Facebook knows that they already gave us a suggestion that if I want to run this ad for a week, it's likely to cost me 6,965 naira. If I'm using this, if I'm running the advert for a 7-day period. What they are trying to do with all of this is to run is to play on our psychology. They are already preempting for you what you will spend so that your mind can accept that in case you don't have your mind made up. Now, you can decide to run your ad continuously. And the reason for this is that this is that they preset it to running continuously. That means your ad is running. Alimat, you know, Abba Kiari, when she complained the other time that she owed Facebook about $500, this is where it happened. She set it to run continuously. Maybe she clicked on boosting the post from her page directly and not from inside this ad manager. So she had no idea that, oh, this thing is preset to run continuously. Now, there's something I learned when I took some trainings running Facebook ads. One of them is this. The amount that they suggest for you, please go with it. Because many people are searching, are running ads at the same time as you, targeting the same type of audience you are targeting. So that means if Clear Vision is running his ad at the same time as Rollicus, at the same time as Abimbola, and they are targeting specifically the same type of people, it is the person that chooses the biggest amount in terms of how much they want to spend per day, that Facebook will share their posts first to those audience. So some of us may see ourselves running adverts for days and then people are not clicking, is dropping. It's because some other people's adverts are being served to the same people that you are supposed to get your ads in front of. So this is why you go through this. The lifetime option is available. If I click on lifetime option, the whole group, so that's where you see the run ads. Okay. Oh, when is lifetime? Okay, now wonderful. I clicked on lifetime and then it gave me this feature. If I click on daily, then it gives me, okay, I start. Okay, this doesn't matter. What matters most is the amount that you agree to pay. Whatever they suggest to you, please go for it. Most of the time, you will not, they won't deduct up to that amount. So that said, this advert has been preset to run for 7 days. I may reduce it to 5 days or 4 days. So when I reduce it to, look at it at 7 days, it's going to cost 6,965. When I reduce to 5 days, it's likely costing 5,970. When I reduce to 4 days, it reduces to 4,975. When I reduce to 3 days, it reduced to 4 days, it reduced to 3,980. When I reduce to 2 days, 2,985. When I reduce to 1 day, to 2 days rather, 1,990. When I reduce to 1 day, 995. So I'm going to pick, sorry about that. I'm going to pick, no, I've not selected this now. Start now. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pick my advert to run for 4 days. Let's see what it will generate in the next 4 days. So I've selected 4 days, right? Now, if you want to select your advert to start later, maybe you set it up now and you want it to start running by tomorrow morning, you can do all of that scheduling here. And it already tells you that it is set to Lagos time, your local time. How do you get that? So that's it. For me, I've selected my ads to start now and to run for 4 days. Now, when they come about delivery, I clicked on delivery now. This is where you select how your advert to roll out. Now, many of us may not know this, but let me quickly annotate on it so you can see it again. Delivery. Delivery means how do you want your advert to be delivered? So when I click on the delivery, I have options. The first of them is impression. Impression simply means you want as many people to see your ad as many times as possible. So one person may see your ad 10 times in the next 2 days. You just want as many people to see. I mean, that's just crowd pulling. It's just like you are sharing flyer. So for that kind of advert, they charge you per 1,000 people that see your advert. So that means when 1,000 people see your advert on their phone screen, they will charge you money for those 1,000 people. That's what that does. When it's engagement, now they usually tell you they recommend engagement. Sometimes they may recommend impression, but most of the time is engagement. Engagement means they want people to click your ads, to like your ads, to comment on your post, and what have you. And this one has the lowest cost. And you can see the explanation they put here. We deliver your ads to the right people to help you get the most likes, shares, or comments on your post at the lowest cost. So if you are complaining that you are running Facebook ads and then your ads are not getting customers, stop complaining. What you selected was post engagement. You wanted more likes, shares, and comments. So they are delivering that to you at the lowest price. Instead, what I recommend is when you just post engagement, which was what we picked at the beginning anyways, when we started this ad setup. My dear, I plead with you, in the name of God, include your links, WhatsApp API link or catalog link in your ad copy already to increase the chances of people clicking. Thank you. So daily unique reach means that you deliver your ads to people up to once a day if you want to run it. So leave it at that. What I would advise mainly is in this situation, you can go for a post engagement or impressions. I have never tried the daily unique reach, so I can't give you answers for that. Big strategy, leave it as it is. Just go for what? Yes, sir.
Sorry to cut you. Martina was asking to be allowed in. I don't know if she's still there.
Oh, that will be tough to do now. Otherwise, we'll lose our design. Okay, let me see. Let me try and log out. Let me just minimize the screen. Come on, Zoom.
Check if she's there, of course. She's still there or not.
Yeah, I'll check if she's on. Yeah, Mazino is there. I've added her. She's joining right away. Then I'll go back to, I believe she's still joining. I'll go back to the ads. Is the Facebook ads page still popping up? Is it still showing on your screen? Are you still seeing the ad
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of Zoom here. You know, even though that means that I can come back to Zoom and add people and come back since I'm using screen share. So, like I said, guys, just select. Don't tamper with automatic or manual. Because if you select this, you are now going very professional. You may burn your fingers. Just go with automatic. But the only one you can select is whether you want impressions or you want post engagement or daily unique reach. So if I pick post engagement, which is recommended, then I leave it as it is. Once we are done with this setup, right? You can see that we started the journey from here, the ad creative to the audience to the budget. Budget is where the money is. Please mute your mic. So thank you. Mute your mic. Oh, okay, so yeah, I'm muted or okay, so let me go back on the screen. Now, guys, now that we are at this point, let me turn on the annotation again. At this point where we are here, we can now proceed to here where we complete our ad setup. So I'm completing the ad setup now by tapping on this screen. Yes, so having tapped on that screen, everything that we have selected, you know, from start till now is summarized in this page. This is the review order page. So far you can see there's no longer a display of those other stages. That is the post you want to boost, to the ad creation, to the audience creation, to the budget scheduling. Those three are no longer here. This is the review page where you want to submit your ads to Facebook to approve or disapprove. Now, so far, we started with post engagement. That's where we started, not messaging. If you want to change it to messaging, that means for you to receive messages on WhatsApp, you can now change it here. If it's only video views you are after to get people's attention, that's here. If you want to do as to the maximum number of people you want to reach, this is the same thing as impression. You can do it here. So they are giving you option of changing your objective before you submit. Then the other place is where your this is the ad preview. Ad preview shows you how the advert will look on Facebook. This. Yeah, so that's ad preview. Now, this is the ad copy, the write-up. This write-up here. This write-up here. Let me use rectangle. This write-up here. That is what we have here. You know, so the ad preview shows you how it will look on people's phone screen when they log on Facebook and see your adverts. So that said, aside from the annotation, okay, the later part is now where we have, let me leave this here. Let me put annotation on again. Yeah, this is where we have the audience name. This is where we have the audience name. We have the schedule. Can you see the schedule we selected? 4 days here. The audience name, Fashion Solopreneurs. The total budget, 3,980. The name of the page where the advert is being run, Laoye Curtis. The Instagram page for this Facebook page at Laoye Curtis Fashion. At Laoye Curtis Fashion. That's my Instagram page. There is no special ad category. Now, the name of this ad campaign we are running is called what? Page post engagement. You can decide to edit it. Then we have the name of the account that we used to pay. This is the name of my account. Then we place order here. So having said all of that, let me show you the steps we are taking. In case we want to change the name of the ad, this is where you change it. So you can change it to, now this is Laoye Curtis page. I could say Laoye Curtis Facebook Live Facebook Live. So now with this name, I'm able to track in the list of different ads I'm running, which one is for which. That's what I did here, but it's not compulsory you change yours. So let me save. I've saved the name. You see that it has reflected here. You can see it has reflected here. Okay, so that said, we can now proceed to do what? Submitting the ad. But before we submit the ad, there's something else I need you to check out, which is, I'm actually looking for it here. Placement. Yes, thank you. This is it. Annotation downwards. Placement. This is very critical. Very, very critical. Now, what is meant by placement? Placement means, where do you want Facebook to place your advert? Where do you want Facebook to place your adverts? Now, for that, there are different options. So let's check out the options here under placement. When I click placement, you would see there are two options here, right? There's manual, there's automatic. If you pick automatic, that means you have given Facebook complete power to share your ads everywhere. They can share it on interstitials. Interstitials are those adverts you see when you open apps on your phone and you're like bored, like, okay, why are there too many adverts popping up anytime I'm using this app? Those are interstitials. And they could post them on Facebook stories, they could post them below other funny posts on Facebook and what have you, just so you can get attention. Now, automatic is great for some types of adverts, especially video ads, but then it's not good all the time. If you want to optimize your Facebook ads, then I would recommend you go for manual. So I'm going to select manual. When you select manual, what happens is that you have different options to pick from. You can pick whether you want it on desktop or mobile. So for me, I'm going to be selecting only mobile. So when I tap on this space, I will change it to mobile, because you need to optimize your adverts for mobile. These days, when you see this information, right, all this means is that you can actually select, you can tap on this or this, and then when you are done, you click done. So that's what we're going to be working on right now. So I'm going to remove desktop. So I'm tapping on desktop, and you can see the moment I tapped on desktop, the box was already removed. Okay, so now I'm going to pick mobile. Okay, so mobile is there and done, selected. Now, the other place I'm going to look at is where the platforms I want my adverts to be delivered to. Now, I want it to be delivered on Facebook, but not on all Facebook channels. Now, when we talk about Facebook, feed is one of the places they can drop your ads. Instant articles is another area. In-stream videos. That means when you're watching a video on Facebook and you realize that there's a suggested videos, all those funny videos that we watch, beneath them you will see some adverts that they will be suggesting you click. And for some, instantly, for some, when you are watching a video on Facebook, the same way it happens on YouTube, that when you're watching a video, after a few minutes, YouTube will just drop in an advert that you must watch, and they start doing countdown from 5 seconds to 0 seconds, and then it gives you the option of skipping the ad. The same thing happens on Facebook, but on Facebook you cannot skip the ad. You will watch it to the end. That's what in-stream video is all. Facebook has marketplace. Any Facebook group that is a marketplace, that's where you see product, price, description. So they are saying, they're asking you, do you want your product, your advert to be saved there? Facebook Stories is a very popular platform. Do you want your post to be posted there? For me, I don't go for anything other than news feed. So what I do is I click on clear all and then select only news feed. So clear all. Having cleared all, work now. Don't embarrass me. Clear all as it feels to work.
It needs clear vision.
It needs clear vision. Okay, it has worked after I heard clear vision. So, and I select feed. Then once I select feed, I remove stories. I only want my post to be in people's news feed while they are scrolling through their Facebook. That is what I want. That is the one that has always worked. So I've selected that I want my advert to be on mobile version of Facebook or mobile devices and only on newsfeed. Do I want my advert to be posted on Instagram? I don't think so. So I'm going to remove Instagram. I don't want my adverts to be posted on Instagram. So if I don't want my adverts to be posted on Instagram, what that means is that I need to clear out these boxes. I need to clear out these boxes. Yep, so let me clear them out. Let me clear them out. Then I select OK. So now for audience network means every, you see the interstitial I mentioned the other time. This is interstitial. This is it here. All those pop-up adverts on mobile apps that you are using. You know, you check somebody's post on Facebook, and the next thing is when you are turning on your app on your phone, another app on your phone, say maybe Google Map, the next thing you see is all those adverts popping up. That's it. Banner adverts at the top of phone screens. That's banner adverts and what have you. You don't need all of this, right? Audience network. Now, when you have big money to spend on adverts, then you can come and be playing with all of this. So I won't waste time explaining them. So that said, I've removed all audience networks. Then Messenger. How many people check out their Messenger stories? Maybe people abroad, not in Nigeria. I remove Messenger. By the time I'm done with this, you will see that at the end of the day, I have selected only Facebook and mobile feed. Is what I select on Facebook for my adverts to be delivered. I'm done with this, then I click, I tap on the tick button. Now, having said all of this, I'm now ready to submit my advert. Are we together? So I now select place order. So I want to place my order. So now with placing of order, we are set. So the moment I place order, you can see on my screen, there is this blue bar. And then there is this message on by Facebook that my order has been received. So they will check my advert to see whether it will be accepted or not. Now you can see they give us information here that, okay, do I want to duplicate this ad? That means I want this ad to run again. So that means if I duplicate it, I can select a different audience, repeat the cycle, and submit the same ad. That's what it means. So I'm not duplicating, so I select not now. So now, if you look at this screen here, oh my, sorry, I shouldn't have tapped on that. Wow, I want to select. Okay, yes, so this is what I wanted to show us. This, you will see that the advert is in review. Now this review can take 5 minutes, it can take 10 minutes, it can take 1 hour, it can take 5 hours. Now that we're in COVID-19 era, it can take a little while, but eventually they would either approve it or disapprove. If they approve it, then they'll tell you approved. You now see approved, running. If it's not approved, they will tell you why they didn't approve it. It didn't meet their standards and what have you. Whatever, you will know. So at this junction, we are done with our hard setup. It's in review, it's no longer in our hands. It's in the hands of Facebook. They will determine whether they would accept it or not. They have the right to accept your advert or reject your advert. That is how to set up your Facebook ads. I think I can stop now. Thank you. 1 hour has turned to 2 hours. Any question? Do you have any question? So I think I can stop screen share now. Oh boy. Okay, guys.
Hello, sir. I have a question.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, I tried my hands on the add-on like 2 days ago, and
Okay.
I was able to do most of the things that you explained now. But when
Okay.
it came to the payment, when I was to pay, it went through actually, but after a few days, it came back that the bill didn't go through.
Okay.
Is it my card or what exactly is the problem?
Okay. Do you use card to make your payments?
Yes, now it asked for my details and all of that, and I imputed
Okay.
and
Maybe. Okay. You inputted the details, right? Maybe
yes.
the card has been declined by the bank when they want to deduct their payments.
Okay, so what do I do then? Because the bill is still hanging, like 713 naira is still hanging.
Okay.
It went, they took in, they were able to take some because the total bill was like 1,995 or so.
And you
But
have
now,
you have money in the account now.
yes, I do.
It may be. Do you know that Nigerian banks are crazy? Let me pause the
Wow.
recording before I start saying it. Before they go and post this one online, I said Nigerian banks